Well, it's a good, wonderful morning. The only unfortunate thing is that, the nation has lost one person who surely brought a certain disruptive feel within the political space. Madame Ekuya Donko passing on after a brief illness yesterday, and the whole nation is thrown into grief. People are celebrating her positives as an individual and what she represented for many people, what she brought in terms of the dynamism to the political space. And our hearts go out to her family at this time. Well, at the weekend, something very spectacular happened. We were building up, and everybody came to the party. It was a very, very interesting Saturday spent with a minimum of 29 companies in corporate Ghana. And this was for the return of the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, which is Ghana's #1 corporate sporting platform and event. Well, we came, we did the bragging. Some came, they saw, they conquered. Some came, they couldn't deliver. And some were also giving all sorts of explanations for how it all went. We'll be having a conversation about all of that, but I think we need to look around the studio because it's looking very colorful in here this morning. Why? Because the champions are here, and they are here to show us, the evidence of all the bragging, from the pre-event period. Ladies, gentlemen, thank you for joining me this morning. It's good to have you here.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, and just by way of information, one more time, just in case you missed from Saturday till now, MPA are the champions of this competition by virtue of winning 4 gold medals and winning or becoming first in 4 different competitions at the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament. So big ups to MPA, big salutes to them. Their representatives are here in the studio. Another company that also came in very, very strong is ARB Apex Bank. ARB Apex Bank missed it by just 1 medal. They probably could have also been sharing the top spot, but they brought in a lot of energy, and they say that they will be coming back very, very strongly as well. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Sure.
How's everybody doing this morning?
We're doing very well.
Okay, good. We'll come to talk about the feat in a little bit, but I want us to go back and take a look at some of the very interesting moments. Now, the CEO of DSTV was one of the very, very big performers on the day, and he converted 4 out of 5 penalties. He was the first CEO to convert 4 out of 5 penalties, and he says he will be back. But let's just have a look at how it all went for him, converting 4 out of 5 penalties before we got our eventual 2 finalists, the CEO of Aramex and the CEO of IS Evolutions Consult, who eventually won that very big title. Let's go back for the action. This is just something else. And, I was just amazed by the way he didn't step back. He just stood right there and shot. This is amazing technique, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves, just like I would do if I come up there. Let's begin with the ladies.
My name is Akofa Kodo from the ARB Apex Bank.
Team ARB Apex Bank. And,
yes.
You were a coach on the day, right? Because I saw you going back and forth on the touchline. I don't know. Were you a coach or you were just a roving ambassador?
More than a coach. And I also performed.
Wow.
Yes, I did a lime and spoon.
Very well,
race,
very well.
And
very
I did very well.
Very well. We'll talk about that in a bit. What about you?
Marinyako.
Okay, from
and
MP.
National Petroleum Authority.
Very well, very well, very well, very well. And to the gentleman?
Yeah, I'm Patrick Mensah Hesmat with ARB Apex Bank.
Great, sir.
I'm Roche Maoli Kojo Davon with the National Petroleum Authority.
Okay, let's begin with this lime and spoon experience. Did you win anything?
Yes, in a way.
I like that.
I ended it, and I ended it spectacularly.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun, seriously fun. My lamb never fell anyway.
I see.
So that means I did very well.
Is there any lesson you are taking into next year's competition?
Yes. The next year competition lesson is we have to prepare in advance. In fact, we use only one day to prepare towards this tournament. And you know, this is our first time coming to this tournament, and in fact, we achieved a lot. So next year, 2025, everybody should look out for ARB Apex Band, the team Apex Band.
Wow.
Our MD have all the full support. He has the full support
Very well.
for us, and he's ready to be there physically.
I see.
In 2025.
Tell me about MD and what he also plans for the CEO's penalty shootout, because you know it's a hot spot. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, and now it has gone to IS Evolution's control. They are also debutants like you.
Yeah.
This is their first time like you.
You know, for the CEO's penalty shootout, our MD was very poised. He actually wanted to be there, but due to equally important engagement elsewhere, he couldn't make it. But since he returned, with a few discussions I've had with him, he's preparing towards it for next year. And he's promised us as an institution that he's going to win it for us. Because we see that as very prestigious. So he's very prepared for it. So next year, just look out for our MD, Mr. Alex Iwua.
We'll see how all of it goes.
Sure.
Let me come to you. Look, congratulations once again. And I think we all just need to do a big round of applause for you. Amazing stuff from NPA. NPA was one of the companies that did a late confirmation. They expressed interest very early, but they did a late confirmation. And interestingly, their deputy CEO is a former deputy sports minister. The MD as well is a man of sport as well. He was very instrumental in building the Medina AstroTurf, you know, and also working on the documents that made us, you know, get some of the AstroTurfs in some of the Zongo communities. Tell me how it feels to be champions of this competition. This is MPA's first time. Yes, this is your first time.
Also debutant.
Wow.
I think that to be first among 29 is telling.
Yeah.
That tells you how serious we take sports as a government agency.
Yeah.
You know, we like to say we are a public sector organization with a private sector mentality.
Beautiful.
I think that separates us from the lots. And so we pay attention to sports. We train all year. Actually,
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And yes, we have different teams. You know, we talk of basketball, football, volleyball, men and women, table tennis, men and women. You know,
wow.
So yes, we invest in that. Luckily, as you mentioned, our CEO and our deputy CEO as well are people who are inclined to sports. And so, as they say, an active workforce is a happy workforce. So it's working for us.
Yeah, I could tell from the energy you guys showed when I visited. It was just something else. Tell me about your personal experience at the whole event. I mean, and you know, the added advantage of winning this competition as well.
Okay, it was very fun.
Let's speak up a little bit. Yeah.
I played table tennis.
Yeah, okay.
For NPA.
I see.
And then I won straight all the games.
All of them straight?
Oh, yeah.
I see. So when you were coming into the competition, did you ever imagine that you could like go smoothly like that and overcome all your opponents with all that kind of ease?
Oh, yeah.
I see. Where did you get that confidence from? What was inspiring you so much?
Oh, I put in a lot of work in the office because we train twice a week.
Twice a week?
Yes, please.
Hey, people. In fact, I should get Rosalind and everybody else here. You know, Shola, everybody has to come and listen to this one. There are people who are training twice a week, so wow, interesting stuff. What would you say to your fellow, you know, lady colleagues in all corporate institutions about sports and its relevance, and you know, and taking part in being on platforms like the Joy Sports Invitational?
Oh, I think it's very necessary. You shouldn't just work. You should add other extra activity to it.
I see.
You should put in effort, commitment in education.
Beautiful, beautiful. Patrick, tell me some of your fond memories from Saturday.
Oh, in fact, I have a lot to share. In fact, personally, I did a 5-kilometer walk.
Okay.
In fact, I was in a comfortable lead from the very onset. But towards the end, in fact, I slowed down a little bit. And then 2 guys from other companies came to, take the first and second, and I placed third.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. It was fun, and it was interactive. It was an opportunity for us to network amongst the companies that were there. I made a few friends, established a few networks here and there. So I think, it's good. And having to associate with the multimedia brand, it's something that in Ghana, every company wants to do. So when we heard that the tournament was coming on, in fact, our MD gave us the necessary support to join. And in fact, it's been worth it. It's been worth it. So we are promising that next year, we are number 1. In fact, we are taking part next year. And we are not coming alone. Like we've always been saying, the rural banks are our backbone. So next year, we are promising you that we are bringing the rural banks on board.
Wow.
We are only alerting you to get extra stadiums so that you can contain them. Because we have about 147 rural banks with 800 branches and 8 million customers.
Wow.
So it is not a small entity we are bringing on board. So just get yourself prepared for us next year.
Well, early warnings from ARB Apex Bank and MPA. That should be, a message enough to you. What would you have to say to everybody? You are the champions.
Personally, to Apex, we are not scared. We don't train for just competition. To be honest, like I said, it's a part of.
It's part of your lifestyle.
Yes. We make sure that the staff, the workforce, they can exercise. Yeah. So it's part of us. So we don't just wait for tournaments and then we go in, but we win. Okay. We have. In fact, in Ghana currently, I don't think any organization or any association has a tug-of-war team like we do.
Wow.
People call them land guards and things like that, but these are guys who train all year. They have gym subscription paid for them, and they train all year.
Wow.
So that tells you that we pay attention to sports.
So tell me about the plan for Dr. Mustafa Hamid, since you want to complement your championship status with winning the CEO's penalty shootout. Now, everybody is also eyeing that title.
I'm pretty sure he would have been at the invitational, Joy Sports invitational competition, but other engagements here and there. So let's see. Hopefully, maybe the next one.
Okay. Yeah. You see, MPA doesn't want to let out too much. That's what the champions do sometimes. Talk about champions. Fans of Man City and Spain are still celebrating the victory of Rodri last night at the Ballon d'Or Awards, picking up the Ballon d'Or Player of the Year, and so many other things coming up. Real Madrid boycotting the event for their own reasons and all of that. We'll be talking about all of that later on in a bit. But I'd like you to see this video before we wrap up this conversation with the champions. EMIGOH Ghana have been in the news for quite a number of this. Now, on Monday, we heard that their managing director, the CEO, gave away his October salary to the staff for the feat of the football team, the men's football team, for winning silver. They won silver, and he's giving them his, salary. So when they win the whole competition, it could be something else. Well, the staff have presented officially their silver trophy to the MD, Mr. Stephen Eku, who was here with us to launch this season's Joy Sports Invitational. Let's go back for the highlights.
For all champions at the Joy Sports Invitational, congratulations to you. Did you see this coming?
Yes, we saw it coming from the beginning, right?
But this is what we had. So we want to present to you and then to assure you that next time when we go, we will bring the ultimate. So this is... couple of teams have already approached that they want to sign you on. So I want to say I really appreciate the energy, the effort, and all that. Thank you so much. And next year we are going to get it. If we get it next year, we are getting my 3 months salary.
So you've heard it. He says if the team wins next year, they will get his 3 months salary. You know, the CEOs and MDs, their salaries are pretty heavy. Yeah? We don't want to talk about that. GRA, relax, stay in your lane, okay? We are not talking about all those things here. Guys, just before we wrap up, final thoughts and, you know, final pieces of advice for all those who missed out. All those who missed out. All the other companies and your colleagues from other companies who missed out. Tell us something about it. Of course, you've also mentioned, we'll come to the, you know, you have to send a message to all the banks under the ARB,
sure,
banks, you know, Canada. So let's begin with you.
In fact, those who missed out for this tournament, they really, really, really missed out. Because we have enjoyed. They should have come to see what we went through. So we are advising them that come next year, they should all register and join and come and meet Team Apex. They shouldn't get scared that Team Apex is going to sweep all the awards. It's true we are sweeping all the awards next year, but they should still register so that it can be a good competition.
And Akofa, you are a roving coach, you are a roving supporter, and also a shadow champion for Lime School. Shadow champion for Lime School. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So for the rural banks, well, what I want to say is that we want all this for them.
Yeah.
It is for them and for us. So what we are saying is that next year we are bringing them on board. They should get themselves prepared. And next year is going to be massive. Next year, we will sit here as the champions. Yeah. MPA will be second. And others will be third. So the rural banks should just get themselves prepared for us. Next year, we are all coming on board to make the Joy Sports Tournament a success.
Thank you. And now to our ladies table tennis champion.
Okay, I'll encourage every organization to join next year because there was a lot of networking on Saturday and it was very fun. And they should put in mind that NPA is always going to be the champions.
NPA will always be the champions. That's the message from the champion organization, National Petroleum Authority. Final words from you?
I think that it is only right to commend multimedia. I mean, I was there coordinating the various teams, NPA teams, and I think that you guys did a fantastic job. I'm very confident that next year it's even going to be better. One of the things, I mean, we've been to many competitions, but one of the things I realized about this competition was that the companies that came brought staff. They did not go and hire professional athletes, and I think that is important.
Yeah.
Usually when these tournaments games are organized, it is important that it is staff who participate, not to go and rent professional players. And I think that you guys did a fantastic job at that to make sure that that was respected. And going forward next year, I am pretty confident that it will be better. And let me take the opportunity to also thank our CEO, Sheikh Dr. Mustafa Amin, and also the management as a whole. They've been very supportive. They understand that the staff need to be active to be able to perform well, and so we are grateful for that.
Big shouts to the director of HR at NPA. You know, he was the quiet mastermind behind all of this. I don't believe in superstition, but, you know, he's a professional as well. He's a seasoned, swimming coach, Coach Abiu Jackson, and he's the director of HR at NPA, and also the father of the very first male swimmer at the Olympics for Ghana. That is, Abiu Jackson's father. So I suspect that something will be happening with them in swimming as well. But where did he go? You know, he brought the team, left to go and do some consultations. I don't know whether they were spiritual. I don't know whether they were, and then came back in the evening when all was done and they had won the trophies. There are loads of stories to share with you from the Invitational, but the show continues. There's more to bring you. But of course, go on the sports page of myjoyonline.com. We've got a big picture gallery from all that you may have missed if you were not there. And there's still a lot to talk about. Tomorrow we'll bring you some more from last Saturday's Joy Sports Invitational and also bring you the big reactions from around the world from that very important feat that Rodri recorded as the Ballon d'Or Player of the Year. Okay, and let me also say a very big thank you to all of our sponsors once again. To the McDan Group, we say a very big thank you. To Piva Beverages, we say thank you, thank you, and thank you. To Minerals Commission, we say we are eternally grateful to you. And to Skechers, we are very, very grateful to you. Skechers on the day brought a big discount package and also gave prizes to our sponsors. And to the luckiest, luck is everywhere for everyone. Unfortunately, Dennis, their CEO, couldn't get the luck to work in his favor. So we'll see how all of it goes next year for them. So thank you all so much for all the massive support. There's a lot in terms of what we're going to be doing for all of these teams. And as you can see, there are champions and there are shadow champions as well. And when you come there on the day, you can play various roles. So my show director, my show producer and director, Brenda, is a roving ambassador as well. She was, in different spots coordinating, There are different roles you can play. Don't worry. Train and come. If you don't we don't see you doing anything, you can be in the background. All right. Congratulations once again, and have a wonderful week. Thank you all so much. And we're still here on Prime Morning. You stay right here with us. There's more to come. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and I have love for sport.